There he is. It's Al Jackson.
Yes.
And it looks like you're at the Masters, Al. You've got that beautiful green grass behind you. The headphones sound like you're about to talk. And on the 15th hole, we have. Where are you? Are you in your studio?
Yeah.
I am in my studio. Dean wanted it nice and bright in here today, so it looks like a grow house for mushrooms and wheat. So that's kind of maybe I'll do that on the side.
Yeah, it does look like you were sitting in front of some bushes, some hedges outside the Queen's castle or something.
It's like where a shamed politician has to go to give their speech when they've been caught doing something with an intern. Like, I'm going to step away, just spend some time with my family. Politics is not the important thing here. It's about me getting my daughter to unblock me.
I don't think politicians have shame anymore. I don't think they have to apologize for anything.
I think they're done. And Tom, I wanted to tell you this before we even get started. It is so funny. A B&T listener hit me up because I spoke about this earlier. Did I ever? There was a tweet I sent out on Valentine's Day. Did I ever tell you guys the story about my first Valentine's Day date?
No.
And okay. Okay, you have to picture, guys, this is a pre-internet America. Okay. Al Jackson borrowed the late great, his father, Otha Jackson's Toyota 4Runner, which is a big deal at the time. Took this super cute, out of my league black girl on a date. And her name was Kirsten. Which I remember at the time thinking, I've never met a black girl named Kirsten. Now things have changed. But she was a pioneer at the time. And, so we go to the ground round. I'm from the Midwest. Shout out to the ground round. Does anybody remember the ground round?
I remember the ground round.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah. And I think, did they used to have they gave you a basket of popcorn as soon as you sat down. That was like their thing. And then, I don't know. They weren't the people with the peanut shells on the floor. But anyway, so I'm at the ground round and I'm on my first date. And we wrap up dinner, and the bill comes, and I open up my billfold and pull out a check with the Cleveland Indians logo on it, and I had just pulled out a pen, and who should I make this out to? We don't take checks.
All right.
But I didn't know. I thought a check was a form of payment everywhere. I was like, I guess I've been seeing American Express commercials because I was like, oh well, they will. I'm sure when the waiter was like, does this dude think he's about to write a check at a restaurant? And so I panicked, but this is in a weird way. This told me, maybe it was foreshadowing for what my career would be, which is thinking on my feet quickly because I had no money. And this is before the days of even really having an ATM check card. Those are still kind of new and experimental. So I found the manager. I told him what was happening, and I said, if you'll let me go home, I promise I'll come back and pay. So the manager was like, cool, which you got to remember, there's no way to track me. If I walk out this door, he's out the $32.50 or whatever we paid for the buffet. Mm-hmm. And I told the girl, I was like, oh my God, would you believe it? I left my wallet at home. This guy's going to let us go. We go back home. My dad gives me cash because that was my wallet at the time, my dad. Right. And I went back to the ground round and paid the bill and then went and dropped her off and then proceeded, unfortunately, to never see her again. But I went on a date with a hot chick, and it showed me it was possible. It was like Rudy getting in for those 2 plays. I was like, okay, it's on now.
Nice.
Wow, that is nice. Al Jackson is our guest. Al is a distinguished stand-up comedian. He's also on the famous daytime talk show Daily Blast Live, where you can see usually a more serious Al. Mm-hmm. They're usually
when we have to be. That's why I'm so happy when it's just when sometimes they're we just have goofy stories a day. I'm like, great. It's fine. I love that. I love the goofy stories.
Oh, we got all kinds of goofy stories, Al. This is what we specialize in. I don't know if you guys, maybe, I don't know how much input you have on what the topics are, but we did have a world record today for speed dating in Belgium.
Don't forget, I used to work for a Guinness Book of World Record show for 100 episodes, so I'm very into world records.
Did you ever speed date?
Yeah, I think. Did you ever do that? I would be terrible at it. You'd probably be pretty good.
Oh, Al would be great.
Yeah, I never tried it, but you're right. That would be my skill set.
Yeah.
Short, meaningless conversations. Come on. I've been at bars for years. This is what I've been training for.
Well, let's try it real quick. Let's just say you didn't know Kristi, Al, and you've got 2 minutes. Go.
Kristi, I know you've talked to a lot of guys, and I'm really, I probably can't compare to every guy that you talk to, but I'll tell you this, Kristi. Right now, your future sitting across from you. And I know you laugh, but do you want to see the world, Kristi?
Sure.
Because I do.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to live comfortable, Kristi?
Yeah.
Because I do.
Yeah.
All I need is somebody right next to me. Right now, that seat is empty. Are you going to sit in that leather seat right next to me, heated to keep that rear end nice and warmed up on cold winter days? Huh, Kristi?
When do
Or are
we
you gonna
leave,
continue
baby?
to struggle?
Yeah, I'm not even wearing panties, but mine are moist.
Hang on a second.
Hey.
This really, Al, do not take this the wrong way. It kind of feels like you're selling a used car.
It feels real slimy.
What do I have to do to put you in this car today?
Look at me. I'm
Al.
so sucking it up. Go ahead.
What?
Baby. Keep talking.
You're buying this BS?
He sounds like a cult
Yeah.
leader, you guys.
No.
That's crazy conversation.
He is like so smooth.
Al, she's sucking it out.
That's smooth.
I think
baby.
Willie nailed it. I think you sound like you're David Koresh. You're about to circle the buses and get out the guns.
Hey, look, as long as Kristi's with me, that's all that matters. Because you see, Kristi, these guys are laughing at us. And you know what, Kristi?
Right back
You
to
let
it.
the world laugh. But you know what, Kristi? At the end, it's going to be me and you. And you know where you can't hear laughter?
Where?
In first class on a private jet.
Yeah, baby.
It's unbelievable.
Why would you need first class on a private jet?
Hey, shut
See
up.
how full of S he is?
He's on a roll. Al Jackson. Al, it's no secret that you became a single man last year. You had a very interesting story about your wife,
single
girlfriend.
with
moving.
people and objects.
No,
I was a
that's right.
singular object in the house.
And Kristi, he's incapable of relationships, but you keep listening to him.
Okay.
Now, Al, I don't know if you know
gotten
this,
that
Al,
far
but
yet.
last week on this show, you said something about going somewhere with my girl.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Does Al Jackson have a new girlfriend? Is this the thing?
I do. I am. And I'm telling you, Tom. When you talk about somebody that was not looking for anybody, I was just done with my last run to Target. That's how many times. Like everybody knows, if you have, I got my home completely robbed by my ex-fiance. That's okay. You got to walk with that, boo. But I was just like, I was living my life. Wasn't trying to meet anybody, and I met this person. She's so weirdly nice that it's like in that movie Encino Man. Like they unthawed her from another time where like she's not on Instagram. She didn't care about that stuff. She is a crazy sports fan to the point where we were talking about fantasy football. She pulled out an Excel spreadsheet that went back to 2014.
Oh my gosh.
She works for a major sports team out here. She just is immersed in sports. She just won me over. It's like having a male best friend, except they're super cute. So, yeah.
And anatomically vastly different.
Yes.
For the most part.
Well, unfortunately. But, it's, no, honestly, it's so weird. You meet somebody when you're not looking, and I swear I wasn't. And after I did a little soiree onto the dating apps, and that was a whole thing, as the kids say, Tom. I made a video that I send to my friends. I can't send it out because I'll be canceled, but I'll send it to you guys about Al's dating on the internet.
Well,
Here's some interesting folk.
I bet.
okay, please tell me that this woman's name is Kirsten.
No, wouldn't that be a great what if I met Kirsten again and she's like, hey, I've been waiting all these years. Only this time I have 6 kids. And I'd be like, okay.
And I've got the $32.50 to pay the guy at the ground round.
Shout out Ground Round.
The point of this exercise, of course, is to find out what's going on with Al, which is always exciting. And Al is great on the show, by the way, Daily Blast Live.
Well, thank you.
But Al also is here to educate me in the world of contemporary language and how I can get a little bit hipper, if that's possible. Al, what have we got today?
Well, Tom, and we got to get through these quickly because Kristi and I have a flight to catch. Tom, tell me what the word dip means. D-I-P.
Dip.
Dip? Well, it's a term for a tobacco product that
Good.
Yeah, or it's a dance move.
Do the dip?
Do the dip, it's something one eats before Super Bowl. You have your
Didn't you just say that?
chips and dip, right?
Okay.
So those are 3 definitions of dip. Is there another one?
Yeah, there is. Did you think I came on here to talk to you about things to dip chips into? Tom?
Okay, so is this? Are you saying like if you say
urban sense? So
In the
how would
urban
you
sense.
how would you use the word dip when you're talking to anybody in that room, and what would it be meaning? And it's none of the three you mentioned.
Well, I can remember when I was a kid, you say that guy's a real dip.
Yeah.
That was negative.
Yep.
I'll accept that. I mean, I'm not accepting that, but I could see you saying that.
But I don't know what it meant. It was he's a real dip.
I thought it meant he was not real bright.
Okay.
I think
in the urban context, does it?
I feel like Josh knows. But
go ahead,
take
Josh.
one more guess.
Well, I'll take a guess. It'll have to be real quick because I got a dip. But I will try to see if it means leave.
Oh, and you already gave the answer before you said it.
Yeah.
Josh, we all see you. I told you guys, Josh used to work around black folks, and Josh is comfortable around black folks, so he knows how we talk casually. That's why Josh nailed that so easy. So, yeah, you just say, I'm about to dip up out of here. I'm about to dip. Just about to leave. So, Tom, use it in a sentence, please.
Let's see now.
Oh, God.
After the show's over today, I have to dip quickly because I have to do some stuff.
Oh, no.
Hey, how about that?
Oh, wow.
Not bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't good.
Right.
But it wasn't bad. That's why I love Tom. It's like and I think that's why people love it. They know that this is not staged. You just of course I have to dip. Tom, let's keep it going. Tom, why don't you tell everybody what biting is?
Biting?
Or biting. Biting or biting?
Biting.
The fish are biting.
No, he's the president of the United States.
Thanks, Biting.
Joe Biden.
Biting.
You didn't mean for that to be as
By the way,
offensive.
you're gonna get some emails.
Is it gonna be
I
bad?
don't appreciate the political talk on here.
Have I just accidentally canceled myself?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Joe Biden.
Let's see. Biting.
Biting.
I mean, traditionally, it would be a very cold weather. Oh, and then the wind is biting out there. But,
That's old school.
yeah. Is it negative or positive?
Negative. And this is an old school rap term, but people used it.
Is it like you'd say, I met this woman and she was biting? In other words, she's like an animal that she's out to kill you and eat you like a coyote.
Only if you're talking about the last episode of The Last of Us. No, this has nothing to do with somebody biting. It's a term. Is Willie in there? I thought I heard his voice.
Yeah, is this maybe like kind of like I'll keep it in the lingo, like swagger jacking or steez
Yes.
jocking?
Yeah.
I don't know what either of those things mean.
So biting means like you're taking my style, you're taking my steez, you're taking my swagger. He's biting off me.
Ah.
I wore a hoodie into work for months. I'm a hoodie guy.
Right.
2 weeks ago, Godwin walks in here wearing a dang hood. He's biting my style.
Oh, so I could wear turtlenecks.
I'd love to see that.
I mean,
like,
you could.
Like
you could.
Al and a pair of those indoor shades.
Yeah, please try that. Please.
We call them
like that.
why doesn't Tom dress like me? I will after the show. I will. I'll get exactly your measurements. I will Amazon you what I normally buy.
Yes.
By the way, I can show every dude how to dress. I buy 3 of everything in 3 different colors and just move it around like those old school paper cutout dolls. And everybody's like, "You're such a good dresser." I'm like, Amazon $30, but yes, thank you. Nothing I own is over $30.
I couldn't wear that, Al. I don't even wear T-shirts.
You can't have anything
I
around
can't
his
have
neck.
anything around my neck. I feel like I'm being strangled. I certainly couldn't wear a turtleneck, and I hate wearing sweaters. I haven't worn a sweater in 50 years.
By the way, because I'm on television now, I passed up an autoerotic asphyxiation joke that was sitting right there with the mouth around your neck.
Now, Tom,
But it's because I'm a professional.
yes, when Al says, hey, maybe one morning you can come in as Al, he just means the clothes. Okay? Right. We got to be.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to tell.
We don't need you doing Chris Rock bits from 1999.
No makeup.
Well, I have to dip, Al.
Oh, I love you guys so much.
We love you too.
Wow, and I won't be biting your style.
All right, and don't
And
be
by the way, you
biting
have-
off me
speaking
and
of biting,
Kristi
you have-
with our
You have lovely teeth, Al. Speaking of biting, look at those choppers.
Freak.
Freak.
I love y'all.
We love you too.
Al, you're the best.
See you, dude.
I'll meet you at the
Jackson.
airport.
Meet me at the airstrip.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. Thank you, Al.